Welcome back to NBA Countdown. We are here at the arena where Game 3 is about to be played. I am Rachel Nichols, joined now by Commissioner Adam Silver. And congratulations, Adam. What you have pulled off here really is just truly staggering.
Thank you. It's a bit premature. We got some games yet to be played, but thank you.
How has watching the sports that have elected not to do a bubble, like the NFL, which has had to reschedule 2 games just this weekend, influenced your thinking on next season and that desire to play in home markets?
I'd say the answer to that question is also a bit premature to make decisions for us yet next season. We've, of course, been following it closely, and I think both baseball and football would acknowledge that if you're not in a bubble, it increases the chance that this is a highly contagious virus, that someone's going to get it. I think the real issue, when people are living at home, and it's the same for you and me, it's going to increase the chance, especially if you have kids. I think the issue is with daily testing and rapid testing, can you quickly contain it? And so it doesn't spread. And I think the NFL is clearly learning more as they go, and they've been terrific. Baseball and football sharing information with us, and we, hockey, and the other leagues have all shared information with each other.
You've said that the start of next season is flexible as you wait for more information, medical advances in testing. Of course, at some point, it would become too long for the NBA to take a break. So how long are you comfortable with the NBA offseason being?
Right. It's too long for us to take a break, and then you got to start thinking about the other end of when do you get back on schedule and when do you start, how far long can you go. I've said previously that the earliest we'd start is Christmas. Maybe more likely will be in January.
Do you have a latest, though?
Not really, only because you're right that on the players' bodies, we only want to go so long. They clearly need a rest physically and mentally, from being in this bubble. But then the question is, what's going to happen with the virus? As Dr. Fauci says, the virus will decide. And if there truly is a second wave, things that could push us back. And we're very mindful that while it's fantastic what's happening in this bubble, we love our fans and we want to bring them back into the arenas, and we want to do it, of course, safely. And so if there are advancements right on the horizon, that will be a reason to wait.
The NBA has certainly been the most visible billion-dollar organization championing social justice and civil rights. As you noted in your press conference the other day, though, that has not been universally popular. How committed are you to being that going forward?
We're completely committed to standing for social justice and racial equality. And that's been the case going back decades. It's part of the DNA of this league. How it gets manifested is something we're going to have to sit down with the players and discuss for next season. I would say in terms of the messages you see on our court, on the jerseys, this was an extraordinary moment in time when we began the discussions with the players and what we all lived through this summer. My sense is there'll be somewhat a return to normalcy, that those messages will largely be left to be delivered off the floor. And I understand those people who are saying, I'm on your side, but I want to watch a basketball game.
Thank you to Commissioner Silver for taking the time. Kendrick, what's your reaction to the commissioner's response and how the NBA will handle social issues moving forward?
Well, first of all, Rachel, how can you not love Adam Silver, right? He's the best commissioner in the sports, right? We have the best commissioner, and I love him. Just listening to his interview, you could tell he has a genuine, good soul. But, I just love everything about him. But to answer your question, I think they're going to continue to get better. I think the ownerships are doing what they need to do behind the scenes. I know I talked with the Boston Celtics owners and Steve Pagliuca and Wick Grossbeck, and they're doing things right now for us, getting together with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to figure out different ways to interact, especially in the African community, and reach out to people that they have relationships with, for as mayors, governors, to help get us back where we need to be. So it's on the franchise guys, in my opinion, to make sure they keep their feet on to the pedal and keep sure that they make sure they hold their owners accountable accountable to make sure that they don't take steps backwards, but keep moving forward.
I like what Adam Silver said. You know, he's talking about his name as far as names on the jerseys and you know, Black Lives Matter on the court. This was such a unique moment in time, and I think the NBA has always been at the forefront, and so they wanted to focus in on that with this group. Now, moving forward, I understand, like, you're still a business, and this is still a company, and so you have to look at how can we now take our efforts from on the court to off the court. What can we do in conjunction with the players off the court, working in communities, donating money, helping some of the issues that are very, very important in all of the athletes' communities? I think that's where their focus should then go on to. And I personally believe that Adam Silver, all of the owners, and even a ton of them opening up, you know, the arenas and practice facilities for helping for voting. I think that should continue. That shouldn't just be for the president. That should be when you're doing stuff for the Senate and for the House, like, because those are the individuals that are making and moving these laws along that are going to be affecting all of these communities, and it's not just the presidency. So I think that this is step one, and I look forward to see what the next steps are.
And look, at the beginning, I felt like it did really matter to put names on the back of the jerseys and to have signage on the court, especially with Black Lives Matter, because you really had so many people in this country who wouldn't even say that sentence. And so the idea that the NBA stood up and said, Black Lives Matter. We are putting the weight of this billion-dollar business behind this. We believe in this. We believe in our players. That was important. It's not just a slogan. It is actually representing something. But there is a point after you have made that, after you have said to everyone, Black Lives Matter, after you have put the weight of your business behind it, that you then have to do things that are more consequential and meaningful, more tangible. So I am very much, and Perk, you and I have always been on the same page on this. I am very interested to see what the NBA's ownership groups do, because they are the ones with the political influence and the money. You are talking about some of the richest people in this country, and they have the power to affect change in the way that even individual millionaire players don't have. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.